Good morning and welcome to day 20 of May Vlogs. Arthur has gone to swimming with Tom and Tom has taken Jasper with him too. And I am hopefully going to sit down and record a quick podcast. I don't have my normal setup because the table and the grid wall are all in the way, but I thought it might make a nice podcast background. So I'm hoping that I can kind of prop my phone up on the bookshelves and hopefully attempt to get a semi-decent podcast. I still really need to sort my lighting out for the podcast because as you can see, this is where I normally sit. The sofa is normally behind me here. I've moved the table, I swapped the table and the sofa in order to get the grid walls up. So the sofa is usually here, but a lot further back. And this is where I usually sit to podcast. But obviously we've got the window over there. So I get kind of light from one side. But then I can't really sit over here with that as a background because it's a mess. So yeah, I need to really figure out, I need to get some studio lights. That's what I need to do. And then I can just shut the curtains, close the window and put up the 2 studio lights and then I'll get better lighting. And at some point, that's what I'll do. Maybe after my June shows, if they go well and I've got a bit of extra money to invest in the podcast, maybe that's what I'll do. So this is the extent of my podcast setup. I have a table and a chair, and then obviously I've got the big table and the grid walls behind me. So as I was saying, the sofa is usually there right back against the wall, but it's currently over there covered in stuff. So we're going to have to make do. I'm hoping that I've got enough space between me and the bookshelves to just kind of prop my camera up on the bookshelves and still get a decent shot. But these are all the projects that I'm going to be talking about in the podcast today. Okay, podcast is done. I have done a little bit of the tidying up. I still need to tidy up a bit more. It makes so much mess podcasting. Really enjoying having this to stand in front of while I record. It's quite nice. Anyway, so yes, I have finished the podcast and it is about 10:30. So hopefully I've got another half an hour or so before Tom gets back with the boys. So I'm just going to attempt to wind a little bit more self-striping. I need to get 2 balls done today to make my quota for the weekend and keep me on track. So yeah, I better get on with it. Can you boys find it?
Yeah.
Can you show it to us? Did you find it? What's inside? Lots of bits. I've been multitasking tonight with our games night and I've also dyed up some yarn. So we have some Teddy Bears Picnic, the same in there, and you'll all be familiar with this one, some more heather. But now I need to tidy up quickly and then I think It's time for bed.